Hello, and welcome to another episode of Bragg Boat Business, brought to you by Cowboy Trail Brewery. Cheers to the West. Small business owners, how are your Google reviews going? Yeah, if you are like 99% of small businesses, it's underachieving. You get the odd one trickling through, despite the fact that hundreds of people love your business and products. Something's missing. This week, AJ Kolonkowski explains how A to J Digital can help you build the foundation of a good Google reputation and the ancillary benefits that come and help drive your business to new heights. Google reviews are still an important driver for business in 2025, and it's way more affordable than you think. Take 50 minutes and listen to AJ. It is totally worth it. Enjoy. AJ, welcome to Bragg Boat Business.
Hey, Bragg.
Right on. It's a super snowy day. This is the biggest snowfall we've had all year long.
Yeah.
Thanks for making the drive out to Bragg Creek.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful. It's like Christmas out here when it snows like this.
Yeah, there's a foot of snow. Very Christmas.
Yes. No, it's fun. Yeah, absolutely. So, A to J Digital.
Yeah.
Tell us about it. What is it? How did you start there?
So long journey. So I started learning a little bit about the online world and how to make money. I was always traveling. So I was like, how can I make money in travel?
Right.
I was like, got to be in the online world.
Yeah.
I got to learn how to do it.
Exactly.
So
Work on the beach with your laptop.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
That's the dream, right? So I was like, okay, sweet. So I started learning how to grow Instagram pages.
Okay.
And this was how it all started when cannabis became legal. I saw a gap in the market and I was like, there's not much marketing or advertising being done for these specific cannabis industries, and it's just opening up. There
Right.
might be an opportunity.
It was massive.
Right.
Yeah.
So I started a Canadian cannabis lifestyle brand because you couldn't directly advertise cannabis,
Right.
like alcohol. So I was learning how to grow an Instagram page, and then I grew it really quickly in a very short amount of time. And I started getting all sorts of free, stuff.
Lettuce.
Yeah. And other, accessories. So I was getting thousands of dollars worth of stuff, like, large quantities. And I was like, okay, but I wasn't really making much money. And also I was using the
Products
a little too generously.
I hear you.
So I was like, nope, this isn't it. I can't do this. So I basically cut that off there, and I was like,
good for you.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta quit this stuff
for sure.
So then I started getting into advertising a little bit, and I was like, okay, I've learned how to grow these things organically.
Yep.
Now it seems like these businesses need some advertising. So I started learning how to advertise online, YouTube, Meta, Google Ads, these types of things. And then we started going in that direction. Then we started getting into events and helping them sell tickets.
Oh, wow.
And we generated tons of sales and increased revenue and sold, tons of tickets for these companies and had a great time. And that's kind of how we got into doing digital advertising.
All right. Wow. So that's covers a span of how long?
So that was about 6-7 years almost.
Yeah, because
would have been
cannabis was legalized in 2018.
It was 2018, right?
Yeah.
Before,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got right in there, cut your teeth in the digital world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And so now, primarily, what we do is we help small businesses, brick and mortar businesses, service-based businesses get more Google reviews, build trust for their brands,
right,
and integrity.
So, yes. Which is difficult to do nowadays.
Yes.
Yeah. I noticed on one of your Instagram feeds in the past week, one of your colleagues, I'm not sure what his name was, the gentleman with the glasses.
Yes.
What's his name?
There's two of them with glasses. So there's Brendan and Dave.
Brendan and Dave.
Yeah.
Okay.
So also they're business partners.
Okay.
So they also own,
all right,
a chunk of the company.
Gotcha. So he was doing a self-shot video of him reading some reviews from, I think it was a pizza place in Airdrie.
Yeah.
I was shocked at what the owner of this pizza place was putting on as replies to the Google reviews that he'd put out there. Like, they were not positive reviews he was getting, but he was like, "Thanks for your money."
Yeah.
Oh, that's all you can say.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's a form of integrity, right?
Yes.
He's putting himself out there and saying things the way he wants to say them and how he is or how they are, whoever it was responding.
Yeah.
So that's a form of integrity.
Yeah.
Right. Not necessarily, might not be something that we resonate with, but it might be something that someone does.
Right.
So there's you know,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, you make a good point because it's
yeah,
an opinion, right?
exactly. Yeah,
Yes, and
yeah,
everybody can have one.
yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that.
yeah. They're
Yeah.
like assholes.
That's right.
Opinions are like
Exactly.
assholes.
That's right. Exactly. So you really zeroed in on a niche of the Google reviews for businesses.
Yeah, so Google reviews is where it starts, right? So here's how we came to that. So there's a few ways, but the main reason is because in order for someone to purchase a product, they have to trust your brand.
Right.
So if we dump a ton of money into advertising and they get to your page and they see your website and things and they check out your reviews and your reviews are lackluster, then all that money that's spent on advertising is not converting very well.
Very true.
Right. So
Uh-huh.
they need to build that foundation first. So we were like, okay, this is a way we can help build that trust and build that integrity right off the bat. So we
Yes.
can start here with our clients, educate them, grow that, foundation, and then move into the advertising side. Cause we still do that with our clients. We
Yep.
still do advertising. And then we also have another product that we offer where we'll build their testimonial videos for them as well from their
Okay.
customers. So use those testimonials in advertising after you've built that foundation of trust
Okay.
from reviews and testimonials. Then you use the advertising. Now the conversion rates. So when people get to their page, they often are more likely to buy or trust
Yes.
them. So
Yes, exactly. No, that's fantastic because
yeah.
conversion rates on a typical e-commerce is like 3%, 4% maybe.
Yeah.
So anything you can do to boost that level
Yeah.
is huge.
Yeah. One that's e-commerce, right? So
Yeah.
service based. I mean, there's all sorts of different metrics we can talk about.
Of course.
All it does is just boost conversion
Yeah.
as you build more trust.
Right.
So
Yeah. Cool. So how did you zero in on this as a concern for business owners?
yeah. So great question. So there's another story here. So basically, you know, I don't know if you've been through this or maybe some of you have been through this, but you've started somewhere, you've started working, you've been given promises, right? You've been given these opportunities and been told that there's these benefits and these things that you might receive if
Hmm.
you follow through,
Right.
from leadership maybe at your organizations or something like that. So we're going along and the carrot is dangling and we're excited about what we're going to do and what we're going to get,
Yeah.
right?
The rainbow glasses are on.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. And
Yeah.
over time, these sort of promises kind of dissipate. They kind of get further and further from one another. The
Hmm.
conversations get further and further apart. The connection gets further and further apart. Leadership moves further away from these types of conversations. And then we're left in this position of like, oh, what is I thought we had this agreement. I thought we had this trust built. I
Mm.
thought there was this integrity here.
Yeah.
Right. And then that becomes broken and we move on.
Yeah.
So that's a familiar story in the founders of this company's lives,
Ah,
right?
okay.
So we've been through a few of those experiences
Gotcha.
in our
Yeah.
professional lives. So that's one of the heart-centered pieces. That's why we
Right.
we want to help change the world and build integrity and trust
Yeah.
between people.
Well, and that's one of the things that kind of attracted me to A to J Digital is the genuineness of your crew.
Yeah,
I mean, they speak with their heart. They're not nothing is fake. And so with the Google reviews that you guys are building for companies, these aren't fabricated.
exactly.
These are genuine,
Yes. So that's what a lot of people ask too. And so you basically cannot have disingenuous Google reviews. You can try, but
right?
you're going to get shut down real
Yeah.
quick. So yeah, so everything's genuine. So then we also at one of these companies that I had worked at, I had built a system to get them a ton of Google reviews in a short amount of time. Basically, it's follow-up system. So it's how and when you talk to the customers,
Right.
and then you get a ton of reviews. So I built the system. Then we were talking about, okay, how can we integrate trust and integrity into what we're doing more for our clients? And I was like, oh well, I built this review system this one time, and then so we're like, okay, well let's double down on that. So
Yeah.
now we've been able to help a bunch of service-based businesses get hundreds of Google reviews in a short amount of time, and it's just a resource that's just sitting there,
Right.
right? Like they have those customers, they've
Yeah.
gotten them. It's just a matter of having someone reach out.
Absolutely. And if let's use an example of like a plumber or a heating and ventilation guy that cleans your furnaces. If you're happy with his service, like I'm happy with my guy, I'll be more than happy to give good review so he can get more business, stay in business, and be successful. That's
Right? You hear that?
That's awesome, right? That's what everybody wants. But if somebody didn't ask me for it,
Boom.
yeah, probably not going to. I would, but I mean,
Yeah.
maybe some other people wouldn't.
Most 95% of people wouldn't. And even once people are asked, even then they probably won't.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of following up, and there's a systematic way to do that can
Right.
bring great success and not be pushy. It's not salesy. A lot of business owners are like, I don't want to bother my customers.
Right.
But the truth is, your customers will be more bothered if they're not able to help you after they love your service.
Yeah.
They're going to be more bothered that their friends don't know about you than
Yes.
you giving them a phone call and saying, hey,
Yeah.
do you mind leaving a review, or, a sort of system that gets them there.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. No, that's good. So how do you, without giving any away your trade secrets,
yeah.
how do you remove that friction then for the customer of these companies to be able to give the review?
Yeah. So I'll give away all of our secrets.
Okay.
I'm
All
going to
right.
give them all away.
All right. We're pulling the curtain.
Basically, it's just a follow-up sequence. It's just basically having a human conversation. It starts with, we're trying to find a way to automate the conversation, but the human touch, like a phone call, is what makes the difference.
Yes.
Basically. So that's where we start. We start with a phone call to every customer.
Right.
Basically.
Oh.
And starting with the most recent first, and then we have a system that follows up. So the phone call often isn't enough.
Right.
And one text message or one email often isn't enough, unless it's, it's just not.
Sure.
Statistically,
Yeah.
it's just not.
Was it like 1 in 100 will do it the first time they're asked? And,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. It's actually more like 90% of people will do it, but they have to be asked 3 or more times.
3 or more.
And then so it's also a matter of how often and which mediums to do that.
Gotcha.
Right. So
All right. Interesting.
it's the secrets. That's the whole system.
That's the whole system.
Yeah.
It's just persistence.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like sales,
Whoa.
right? It's kind of like sales.
Love.
Yeah. Yes.
Call it love.
Call it love.
Right.
Yeah.
It's an exchange. It's a relationship.
And I think, if you're in business for the long term,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to want to have, you want to provide good service to your customers so that you can take pride in it. And if you're going to that extent, then yeah, you kind of want that reciprocated a little bit from your customer.
Yeah. Well, and that pride and that, that love and that support breeds more of that.
Right.
So when you're getting those from your customers, how are you going to feel?
Yeah.
You're going to feel better.
Right.
You're going to
Pumping those tires up. Pumping those tires.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No one else is going to do it.
Exactly.
Right.
That's right. Yeah.
And so a lot of business owners don't have time to do it. So that's the only thing. It's not that you guys can't do this yourselves, because you can.
Totally.
You absolutely can if you have the time.
Yes.
And that's where that's why we're going after service-based businesses, to help them, because they don't have the time.
Well, a lot of them are probably 1-man operations, 2-man. They don't have necessarily administrator in the office that can do this kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is probably the number one challenge to convince a business to join you?
It's getting over their own false beliefs that these are not that important. And a lot of it is, I think the younger clients we work with understand it more and more, because it's ingrained kind of in us to use reviews every single day. Like, we really rely on it. We heavily trust that stuff. Whereas an older consumer or an older business owner is kind of like, well, I didn't need that before, so why do I need it now?
Gotcha.
And it's like, because the world has changed.
Yes.
Because 95% of people trust a Google review as much as referral from a friend or family.
Especially if you're new to the city.
Yeah.
And because your business is based in Calgary, but you service, I'm guessing you could service anywhere, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's like you cross the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're a homeowner new to that service, you need a plumber, I would just go on to, I'd do a Google search, look for somebody who's highly rated, and probably hire those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would read the reviews, make sure there was, it was more positive than negative, because you're always going to have 1 or 2 guys you could never make happy.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Yeah. But that's valuable still.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's one. I think that's the main thing, really, is like, people think, oh, it's Google reviews. Like, it's, they just slowly trickle in.
Right.
And that's what we hear a lot of too. And it's like, okay, but is that what your competitors are doing? Is that what the guy down the street is doing? Is that why he has 5 times more reviews than you do? Because they're slowly trickling in?
Right.
I don't think so.
Mm.
There's a system in place.
Probably.
There's a way to get that.
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of these companies have 5, 10 customers a day, but get 5, 10 reviews a year.
You imagine.
Right. So it's like, we can really scale that quickly, blow it out of water. And there's other benefits too, right? It gets you more higher up on Google's local 3-pack, which is when you search on Google Maps, it comes up on the side there. That's super powerful to get higher up on there. It improves your SEO. And then we also help with your Google My Business, which is like posting photos and services and products, and all of that gets you higher up on search engines and all that. So,
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So how does the Google search engine, the SEO, What does the future look like for that service with the rise of AI now?
Great question.
Yeah.
Anybody know?
I know it's going to change. That's all I know. It's going to change things. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there's
Yeah.
so many different. There's something called GEO now, which is kind of getting trendy.
Oh.
Which has been for the last, I don't know, 18 months or so.
Okay.
But generative engine optimization. So that is ChatGPT is a generative model. So it's you pump in content and it pumps out content, basically
Gotcha.
words. So there's ways that you see on Gemini on Google. There's that little AI blurb that comes up at the top.
Mhm.
So there's talk of this one-click internet where people won't go past that blurb anymore, and whatever's in that blurb is what's most important, which is kind of true. It's top of mind.
Sure.
It's first in the feed.
Yeah.
So that is this new thing, is to get higher up on the generative search engines, which is like ChatGPT and Gemini and Gronk and all these other ones.
Right.
So that's an interesting kind of angle to play. Similar strategies, just more kind of system based, and yeah, I mean, there's a lot of work in the back end that happens to get there,
There
but
has to be. Yeah.
yeah.
So with somebody, if that's the future, the work that they do now with SEO on
Mhm.
Google, will that help them?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. But there are different ways to leverage it further
Okay.
and to get further into those generative models. And it's kind of a lot of similar frameworks, right? A lot of similar sort of ideas and a lot of similar strategies to get there, right? Just different avenues.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm learning a lot here. This is super interesting.
The SEO is very technical.
Yeah.
Right. It's not as much psychology based as marketing or advertising is, whereas the SEO is very technical. There's a lot of boxes to check and specific ways to put out blog posts and to, get backlinking, and there's so much.
Yeah, I'm very ignorant when it comes to that stuff. Yeah. I do a little bit. I'm just scratching the surface on it for my own businesses, and yeah, there's so much.
Yeah,
so much. But I mean,
little by little.
I mean, I'm a one man show, so
yeah.
To your point, you need help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And this kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotcha. All right. Interesting. So, were you born and raised in Calgary? Let's talk a little bit more about AJ now.
Awesome. I love AJ. I love AJ. Yes. Well, I was born in Calgary, raised in Delacour for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah, just on the outskirts on a farm, on acreage.
Of course. Yeah. Yes.
And then moved to the big city of Airdrie at the time with one street light and dirt roads.
Holy smokes.
Back when I moved there. And then just boom, exploded and grew like crazy.
Right. All WestJet people.
Yeah. And realtors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I grew up in Airdrie and then I actually moved to South Florida for a little while.
Oh, wow.
So this is a good story. I'll tell you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So my godfather was like, "Hey, you want to move to South Florida after high
school?" Like the Keys or like where?
West Palm Beach.
West Palm Beach.
Boca Raton, yeah, just down the road.
My God.
Yeah, West Palm Beach.
Nice.
So I was like, I don't think he thought I was going to take him up, but I did. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And I was like, but I can't afford a plane ticket, so I'm taking a bus. So I took a Greyhound from Calgary to South Florida.
Holy smokes.
79-hour bus ride.
I was going to say, how long was that?
Yeah, 79 hours. Oh, there was 19 stops and 11 different buses. Oh. So we transferred 11 times, and that was a very unique experience.
I can imagine the characters you would have seen.
Yeah, there was some jail transfers through Baltimore in the middle of the night. They put them on the bus with us, man, with their big brown paper bags and their smocks, and
they were like shackled and everything?
No, they were just I think they had the weekend off, and then they were going back to a different prison.
Okay.
It was wild. It was so wild. And then going through Georgia and things through the cotton fields, that was intense. But then so I got to South Florida, and turns out Vanilla Ice, Rob Van Winkle. Yeah. So he was actually one of my neighbors to where I lived. So
cool.
I was selling LED lights and things like that down there. And he was like waxing his Rolls Royce. Rob, I don't know if you remember Rob, but I showed up with some LED lights to deliver, and
right on.
That was a pretty cool experience. Yeah.
That is wicked cool.
Yeah. And then I moved back to Calgary.
Then you came back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The people in Calgary are awesome.
They are.
They're just great and kind and caring and want to support.
Pro business.
Yeah. Pro each other too, right? South Florida was different. It was not so much that way. It was kind of get ahead however you can.
Yeah, take advantage of people.
That's what it was. And I was like, it doesn't work for me.
Yeah, no, it is. It's just a different culture.
Yeah.
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 So
Well, that's
long live
interesting.
Calgary.
Long live Calgary.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right. And from what you were telling me before we started recording, you're going to be a father soon.
Something I'd look forward to my entire life.
It'll blow your mind, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Look, we're late in life parents.
Yeah.
Like we had our son when we were 37, 38.
Yeah, yeah.
He's 7 now.
Yeah.
The first 3 months were a complete blur.
Yeah.
Like you're just sleep deprived. And after that, it gets progressively easier, I think. Plus, we had no family around here, right? So it was just my wife and I did raising the kid, and sleepless nights and shift work and all that kind of stuff, right? But yeah, but it gets good.
Yeah,
it get good. Yeah,
yeah. I'm really excited.
And when's the kid due?
End of May. May 30th.
All right.
2026.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. You got lots of time.
Yeah.
Lots of time.
Sure.
So yeah, you were born and raised in Calgary then.
Yep.
And your colleagues that you're in business with?
Yeah. So Dave was born and raised in Calgary, and then Brendan has been all over the place.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he lived in Banff. He lived in Fort McMurray. He's lived in some other places. I think he lived in Lethbridge for a while. He's lived around Alberta. Yeah, quite a lot. And now he's settled in Calgary.
All right, getting back to A to J now.
Yeah,
digital.
Sweet.
So give us an example of a success story from a client that you've worked with.
Yeah. So okay, we'll talk about Christina Pave from the Floating Table Wellness in Calgary. Yes, she does acupuncture, Chinese medicine, massage. So she basically was talking to me, and she's like, "Hey, I don't really have time to get reviews. I got hundreds of customers, and I've only got like 12 reviews."
Oh my God!
Right? And I'm like, "That's we can definitely do better.
Yeah,
we can definitely help you." So we started working with her, and just I think it was in 2 weeks, we tripled her reviews in 2 weeks, and she's been in business for 10 or 15 years.
Like smokes.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just a matter of doing it.
Yeah.
Really. Like there's that resource sitting there.
Yes.
Right. So all we had to do was tap into that, and people were so happy to help.
Yeah.
And she started getting calls. Actually, so there's another added benefit, right? Is you're reminding your customers that you exist.
It's another touch.
It's another touch.
Yeah.
Right. So then they think, oh, that's right, I should get a massage. I should go back for acupuncture, my next flaring up, or whatever it is, right? Yeah. So it's that, oh yeah, oh my God, you guys called, perfect timing.
Yeah.
Right. And this is sort of another added benefit to that, is that added touch.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's good. So can you kind of walk us through the process of what your system would look like for a customer?
So basically the way it works is we'll reach out to a customer, call them up, say, "Hey, how was the service? This is AJ calling. I'm working with Christina Pave at the Floating Table Wellness." And we ask them how the service was. So basically, if they didn't have a good time, that gives us an opportunity to kind of find out why. So that's another added benefit to what we're doing, is we've got a lot of experience in customer service. So we know how to handle those conversations. And if it's something, we're not promising anything. We're not providing solutions or anything. That's a business owner or operational thing.
Of course.
But we can at least document that, let them know they can reach out. Right. So that's how we alleviate the 1-star reviews from coming.
Mm-hmm.
And then the same conversation, if they're happy about it, then we follow up with them and say, "Hey, yeah, here you go."
So yeah, you're like a living, breathing Google review yourselves.
Yes.
Yeah, you're translating into the tangible, like, because you're actually somebody that's doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
Yeah,
I kind of like that.
Well, and people think like, it was important 12 years ago when it came out, or whatever, when Google My Business started, right? It was really an important thing to get reviews back then. And now people really see it as like, it's kind of a side thing. It's kind of just happens.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It's still as important. It's actually more important now than it was then.
Yeah.
Because there's more technology in the world.
Well, that's the thing. People can get overwhelmed.
Exactly.
Right.
And there's less trust because it's all this AI. Is this AI? Is this fake? Is this real?
That's right.
There's all these questions. And same with, what's happening in politics in the world. And there's a lot of distrust in nations.
Very much so.
Right. So it's the perfect time to build that trust and that integrity up, because that's what people are looking for.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure you probably get some suspicion on whether the reviews that you're gathering for these businesses are artificially generated, because even like Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, all these, there's businesses out there that will create a following for you that is complete bullshit.
Click farms.
Yeah, you see the videos. There's like walls and walls of iPhones lined up.
Beautiful.
Right. It's highly disturbing because
big dysfunctional robot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. but that's nothing what you guys do. This
Heck
is
no.
all
No, it doesn't work.
right.
It doesn't work.
It's short-sighted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going back, 7 years when I started this whole journey, when I was doing this, this Canadian cannabis model, there was groups. I learned of these groups you can join, and it's like for like, they used to call it, or follow for follow. And you join these
Okay.
giant WhatsApp groups,
Yeah.
and then you go follow all these people, 10 people a day, and then those 10 people will follow you. And it's just this
Pyramid scheme.
this pyramid scheme. And it's so at the end of the day, it's like, great, you have X amount of followers and that builds X amount of trust, but who are you actually selling products to?
Right.
It's
You're
all
not
these
converting anybody.
You're not converting anybody.
Yeah.
These are all people who don't give a damn about you. They just
That's
wanted
right.
that follow back or that like back.
Yes.
So that is shallow again. It's disingenuous. There's no
Yes.
integrity and there's no trust. So how far is it going to go?
Yeah.
No,
that's a good point. So what are some creative ways then, maybe outside of the Google reviews, that you can help your customers?
Yeah. So, I mean, we always start there. That's our number one piece,
Okay.
right? Is
Build the foundation.
We need to build that foundation, because as we've seen, the conversion doesn't happen nearly as well.
Right.
But for a company that already has an established foundation, we do advertising. We do advertising on Google, Meta, YouTube, basically any channel.
So you're actually creating the content for
creating the content.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are very creative people ourselves, all three of us in the business.
Yeah.
So we really love building that story,
Yeah.
building the visuals, the creative, the copy, all that stuff, telling, doing that whole psychology of marketing is just really
Interesting.
It's a beautiful thing to kind of bring into the world.
Yeah, exactly. It is. So have you and the team been creative your entire lives? What kind of background did you come from?
Yeah. So basically I'm a musician as well. So
Okay.
my office I got a little grand piano in there. Yeah, which actually I'm gonna probably have to get rid of for the baby room.
Just open up the top and put it right in. That's what I gotta do.
Piano crib?
A little piano.
Oh
Be
my
unique.
God, that's amazing. There might be a business there, actually.
Right?
Altering.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly.
Multi-purpose pianos.
Yes.
MPP.
You get one of those stand-up pianos, you can drop the kid right in the back.
Yeah.
He won't get out. Like that. There's a top. Right in.
Wow. Okay. I'm learning. But yeah, so I'm a musician and I've been a writer for a long time. I mean, it's just always been something that's been in my genes.
Beautiful.
So actually, I'll tell you a story.
Sure.
I'll tell you a story about that.
All right.
So there's two pieces to this, but number one, my sister is a classically trained pianist, tens of thousands of hours.
Wow.
Incredible player. And as I was even gestating in the womb, my mother was sitting beside my sister and she was playing the piano. So it kind of resonated all through my life. Right. So,
fantastic.
And we've got a relatively big family. Everyone was very musical. So we were always kind of surrounded by that.
Yeah.
So before that, in the Second World War, my grandfather was in Auschwitz and he was in line for the gas chamber.
My God.
And he had one possession with him, and it was a harmonica. And he started playing the harmonica in line for the gas chamber, and they took him out of line and kept him as entertainment.
Wow.
So music is the reason we're here.
My God.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That is a hell of a story.
Yeah.
I mean, he was mere feet away from.
Yeah.
Yeah. You not even being.
None of us. Yeah, exactly.
That is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's where the creativity and the passion for that stems, really.
Yeah. The power of music.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So a big family you came from.
Yeah.
How many siblings?
I've got 3 full siblings and 2 half siblings.
That's big enough. Yeah.
6 step siblings.
God.
Yeah.
Well, you're creative. That's fantastic.
And so let me tell you about Dave and Brendan. So
okay, please do.
Yeah. So
yes.
Dave is he has a cinematography degree.
Holy smokes.
He's a cinephile.
Cinephile.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a cinematography degree. It's something to do with video.
Okay.
And he's kind of very knowledgeable in film, in camera angles, in production.
All right.
So he's very creative that way.
Cool.
So that's why I thought of him when we were kind of growing the business. I was like, man, Dave, and serendipity. We kind of came together at the right time.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
He had just gone through a similar scenario of distrust and broken promises and
Yep.
these things. So it kind of, you know, again, that's the foundation of what built everything, was the integrity and the trust that we're looking for, that we're seeking.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Exactly.
so Brendan is also a musician as well. And you know, he's a great writer. And he's kind of a lot, he's our technical side. He really handles the kind of building of the systems and that type of stuff. That's where his creative shines, is in that moment.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's great you guys found each other.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Band of brothers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. And you know what? It makes a huge difference. I was doing it alone for so many years. And then once you know, pair up and team up with people, you can do so much more.
Right.
It's like, it's not just like we can do 3 times more. It's like we can do like 400 times more.
Yes.
The 3 of us.
Absolutely. Well, you're feeding off each other too. You're coming up with new ideas and you have different perspectives.
And we can lean on each other when we need to. And so.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
What's one surprising lesson you've learned from working with the businesses and helping them build an online reputation?
Oh, I think honestly, the biggest surprise is in myself. Is like what it really takes to do that.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of work.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Like, and not just our service, but a business in general, you know, like building it. It's a lot of work. It's a ton of work, uncertainty, challenges, you know, self-doubt and like change is like, there's a lot going on.
You're not surrounded by a lot of positive reinforcement. I mean, you're on your own.
Yeah.
So you gotta have dig deep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And get out there and always be out there, you know? And so that was really, that's been phenomenal change.
Yeah.
But it's a beast.
It is.
It's a beast.
It is. Well, it's nice you got partners you can
that's a huge opportunity. Like, that's really helped a lot.
Yeah, no doubt it is.
When you get in those times, you know, you push through. And why? Well, because of them.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
They're counting on you. You're counting on them. So,
you don't want to let the team down.
Yeah, exactly.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
What's one piece of advice that you'd give to businesses when they're looking at building their online presence?
I mean, reach out to your customers. Take the time to do it. And if you don't, hire someone who will, like us.
Yeah.
Or there's others out there. There's not actually a lot who offer this specific service. There's something called reputation management, which can be similar, but that's more kind of responding to reviews and CRMs and things, which is still useful. But a piece of advice would be, reach out. Like, your customers will give you direct feedback that you need to grow, and they'll support you.
Yes.
They'll support you through what you're going through, whatever it is.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
And if they're unhappy, another piece of advice would be, respond genuinely.
Don't let it fester.
Do not let it fester. People want to hear how you say that. If they're serious about buying, they don't check the 1-star reviews for the drama. Right? No. They're not like, oh yeah, what did this guy say? You know?
Yes. How did that turn out?
Yeah. They want to know, like, how does this guy handle this, or how does this business owner handle this? This person.
Yeah,
you know? So,
exactly. You know, I think of automatically of like an Amazon product review, where you look at what's rated the highest when you're looking for, I don't know, a microphone or whatever. Yeah. And you'll see like, it's got 4,000 5-star reviews, or the ratings, you know, averages of 4 or 4.5 stars. Yeah. But there's always a few at the bottom that are 1 stars, and there's some negative views on there. Yeah. But the overwhelming ratio of that is, you know, it's probably better than not, and you're not going to make everybody happy all the time. Yeah. But that's a product. That's a transactional thing. Yeah. I'd be more interested in learning about how the manufacturer of that product responded. Yes. And sometimes you do see those responses, and they do want to look after the customer in some way. Even on LinkedIn, you probably see that more often. At least I see it more often on LinkedIn when, you know, they've made a corporate post for a business. Yeah. And somebody's chimed in with not being happy about something that business did. And, you know, the good companies, I find, they'll make a sincere apology for whatever happened, whatever ball got dropped. And then they'll ask them for a private message so they can help them sort it out. Yeah. Occasionally somebody will come back. Yeah. And say thank you for addressing this, and they'll leave them a better review. Yeah. So have you seen that kind of a thing as well?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah. Authentic, right? Authenticity. Yeah. And like you said, some people won't be happy.
They thrive on bitching and moaning.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And you know, that's where they are at, and that's the way it is.
Yeah. So do you recommend people cleaning those ones off of their reviews?
100%. Yeah. I recommend, I mean, if there's ways you can get reviews taken down on Google specifically, and that's only if they violate Google's terms and policies. Okay. So if there's curse words,
threats,
threats, lies, if they never actually went to the business, right? So those types of things you can report to Google, and they'll take them down relatively quickly if that's blatant.
Right.
Sometimes it takes 2 years.
Yeah. Damage has been done.
Yeah. But it's very important to respond.
Right.
And then people say, well, what do I do if I can't get them down? Like, what's the best thing to do? Respond. Oh, well, I did. Okay. What's the best thing to do? Get more reviews.
Yeah. Just bury them.
Put it down.
Bury them.
Yeah. Bury them. Yeah. Because people will see, they know, like, where we see 100 5 stars versus 1 star, what are you going to think? Right.
Exactly.
You're not going to put so much weight on that one if there's 100 others.
That's right.
So,
yeah. Well, that's a good point.
Bury them.
Bury them.
Put it in a coffin.
Yeah. That's right. Is there anything that you would have done differently, knowing what you know now, because you've been in business for 7-8 years, when you were first starting out? Is there anything you would have done different?
Yes. Yeah. Definitely never do it. Partially, but stick to it.
Yeah.
Stick to your guns. Uncertainty is a constant.
It certainly is.
But we don't have to listen. That's something that I've made that mistake again and again, is trying something new because I'm like, oh, it's not working after 2 months.
Yes.
It's not going to do it.
It's going to take longer than that.
Exactly.
Well, we live in a world where everything is, expectations are, it's got to happen instantly.
Yeah.
Nothing good has ever been instant.
Exactly.
You got to build something.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I would change. That's what I would learn sooner.
Yeah.
Is kind of that wisdom of like, take your time, push through.
Be okay with it.
Yeah, be okay with that. Exactly. Sit in it.
Yes.
Let it not work for a few months. A mentor of mine said, shout out to Santa Doug.
All right.
Yeah. Douglas Bragg, the Transformation Guide Company. Check it out.
All right.
Incredible. I should actually link him up with
you. Yeah. Transformation Guide. Okay.
Yeah.
He sounds mystical.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Is that right?
Kensington, in Calgary and Kensington, go see Santa on the weekends.
He doesn't live in a back alley or anything.
No.
Oh, okay, good. All right, okay.
Not anymore. There was a time. Or should I say, but shout out to Santa Doug. So he said to me, AJ, go until you fail. He said, don't quit.
Mm-hmm.
Go until you fail.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I might have to make ends meet this month and this, that's how business is at the beginning, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah, and he says, don't quit.
Yeah.
Go until you fail. Follow the process. Follow through. Once you fail, then you can kind of recalibrate. See. But you need to give it its life cycle. You need to give it what it needs.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's what I would change.
Yeah. And there's I think a little bit of, and I guess it's a natural human tendency. For me, it takes quite a bit to overcome, is my fear of what other people think.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm at a point in my life now where I don't give a fuck anymore. Right. But it takes a bit to get to that point. And I still have to keep reminding myself that I don't give a shit whether somebody thinks I'm failing.
Yeah.
Or I'm not, it's not looking good. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You got to get to that point where you can just and that helps you kind of push through, because sometimes if you're in a low spot and things aren't going well, it's slow, and you hear that kind of feedback, that's a bit of a punch in the gut. But I mean, you got to have that mindset and be strong.
Yeah.
And that's what you've learned since you started.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Is that wisdom. Still learning,
Oh, it never ends.
And hearing it from other, people that I look up to, like, Greg and the podcast.
Well, I appreciate that. That's very nice.
Yeah. It's meaningful to hear from, people who've been there, done that.
Oh my God.
Solidifies it. And it's like, oh, okay, it is.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Yeah. Oh, exactly right. Oh, that's good. Yeah. All right. I got some personal questions for you now.
Oh, sweet.
All right. Do you believe in Bigfoot?
Yes.
Okay. Like, really? Like, do you watch the shows and like?
No, the shows aren't real.
No. All fabricated.
Yeah. That's all phony.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's really out there.
He's out there?
He's watching.
I believe it.
Yeah. Or Gogeet, they call him.
Gogeet?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one.
In Haida Gwaii.
Oh.
You ever been up there?
I have not.
Beautiful.
It looks beautiful.
Incredible.
They got the spirit bears?
Yes.
I want to go. My wife's been, but I haven't been.
Yes, you got to go. It's
fantastic.
Yeah. That's the Gogeet. That's the Sasquatch up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a costume one day. I'm going to do the podcast dressed. as Harry and the Hendersons. It'll be good. It'll be good.
You'll have to stand up in the podcast though, so people see how tall you
This
really
is true.
are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I couldn't tell when you're in the chair.
No, I'm the same size. I'm shorter than everybody.
Yeah,
I got long legs.
I get to the door and I'm like, ah.
Who's this Sasquatch? Right. All right. You want to play Fuck, Marry, Kill?
Yes.
All right. All right. So we're going to play Fuck, Marry, Kill technology.
Okay.
Okay. So you got to fuck one, you got to marry one, you got to kill one.
Okay.
Okay. Chat GPT,
Okay.
Gronk,
Okay.
or Meta's AI glasses.
Okay. We're going to kill Meta.
Okay.
And we're going to fuck ChatGPT. And we're going to marry Gronk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't love, Elon.
All right.
But what Elon does is,
Yeah, it's you can't fault the tech. It's it's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I haven't played with Gronk.
Yeah.
Because there's just so many options. Like I can't.
Yeah.
You kind of got to just pick one and go with it and learn it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're similar. I mean, the generative models. I mean, you
Yeah.
got to just use them,
Totally.
try them all, and see what's your flavor.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Mark Zuckerberg. You've been killed off.
Yeah, you're gone.
You're gone. All right. Not literally, of course. Don't misinterpret this.
Yeah. It wasn't us if it happened.
Exactly.
Even though we said it, it wasn't us.
That's right. Cool. What did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a magician. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
What was your first trick?
I didn't learn any really.
Oh, you didn't really?
No, I just wanted it.
So you would like, did you watch them on TV? Like,
No,
what was your favorite?
I just liked the idea of magic.
Yeah.
I just liked how things just
Illusions. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Show up and leave, and yeah.
What'd your parents want you to be?
Happy.
Happy?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the overwhelming answer to that question.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think that's great.
Yes. Well, they don't push you. You got to find your own way in life.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your first job?
My first job was selling chocolate milk in middle school. Yeah, sitting there and selling on it. We had a little milk crate and we'd sell them, and we really enjoyed that actually.
Is that right?
Yeah. I like talking to people. I like keeping track. I like seeing the numbers go up and down. I like knowing how much milk was there. The full exchange.
What school did you go to?
I went to École Airdrie Middle School.
Ah, okay.
That was in French
immersion.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that was back when there was only like 3 schools.
What was your favorite job?
Oh, that's a good one. I've had a lot of.
Or is this it?
This is it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is it. I was thinking about this because you sent these questions ahead.
Sure.
And I was like, this is one I was like, what was it? Because I've done a lot of stuff. I was a manager of an axe throwing league when it was like really trendy in town. And then I was, moved up a little bit there. And that was fun, really fun.
I imagine people are there to party.
People are there to party, throwing axes. You're doing all the tricks. You know how to do it all. Right? It was great. It was great. I worked at the strip club for a little while.
Nice.
That was cool in ways. And, not cool in other.
I can imagine that. A little both. A little both.
I'll tell you about the worst job.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So this was nasty, greasy.
All right.
And so
this wasn't cleaning the pole at the strip joint.
Well, that was greasy. Yeah, I did do vinegar, water, and the rag,
Ooh.
and the magnet, scooping up the loonies.
Yes.
Yeah, I was that guy.
Wow. Hey, it's a great story.
Yeah. Learned a lot.
Yeah.
I always said at the strip club, if you worked there long enough, you'd see every person you'd ever met.
I can imagine.
Through those doors at some point.
Yep.
Because it was just like different every day, but some same.
Yeah.
But then a lot of different stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was wild. But so I'm a money coach. I'm a certified money coach with the Money Coaching Institute. So I learned about finances and the psychology behind it. And that kind of helped me break some blocks and some limiting beliefs and all these types of things. So I took that and I was like, okay, I can help people with money. So I got this job at I think it was called Credit Slab.
Okay.
I think it might have been called, but I only worked there for a few weeks because it was greasy. So basically I thought I was going to help people with their finances and help them get through bad debt and credit and stuff. And
so this is like a debt consolidation kind of business?
Kind of. So let me explain it. So basically there was all these people in this sales office, and you'd call all these leads that they had of these people who were bankrupt or whatever. And they didn't want to, but the sell was that they're going to get your credit better. And how they do that is they're going to sell you this tablet for free. And then you just have to make payments for 18 months of like $120 a month or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to keep that tablet, you get to keep all that stuff. And then it builds your credit.
Okay.
So that was the sell. Knowing full well that the psychology of these people, they're in no place to afford this tablet. It's very overpriced. Month 2, they're going to stop payments, and then it's going to go direct to collections.
It's going to be worse. They're going to be in a worse position.
They're going to be in a worse position, and that's what it was.
God.
And so they would play your tune when you made a sale, and I think my tune got played twice in like 3 weeks, and nobody ever really said anything to me, but there was other people who were making like 10, 12 sales a day.
Jesus.
And it was a commission-based thing, right? And it was a bunch of young people who didn't really know how things work, right? And then very greasy.
I'm picturing like Wolf of Wall Street boiler room.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So the owner would show up in a Maserati, and his wife would show up in a Ferrari, and they'd park right out front, and all these young kids are in there just ripping people off.
Wow.
It was like soul destroying.
Oh my God.
And I was young, I was learning. And I was like, okay, maybe I actually am helping people, but after like, I think it might have been 10 days or, it might have even been as much as 3 weeks because I needed the money.
Sure.
But it was greasy.
Wow.
I couldn't make those sales.
How was that shit legal?
I have no clue. I really don't know.
Huh.
But yeah, that was greasy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the worst jobs I've talked to people who are like fishmongers. That's a much worse job.
But just bad, right? Like, just how can you do that to someone? How can you do that to people?
Ugh.
Like, especially people who need help.
Yeah. Like they're in their lowest low. They just declared bankruptcy.
Yeah.
And you're going to kick them.
Yeah.
And steal from them.
And you're going to they give you this script, you have to follow the script. It works. Right. And it was just, yeah.
Yeah, that's disheartening.
Yeah. So Credit Slab, I think it was called. Sorry if it's not that, but if you're out there,
fuck you.
Yeah, get out of here.
Right?
Yeah. You're going the way of Meta.
That's
Zuckerberg.
What was your favorite subject in school?
I liked all of them. I liked being around the people.
Yeah.
I was the class clown guy. I was the entertainer.
Yeah.
I like telling jokes and making everybody laugh. Any class that had other students.
All right. Well, that's awesome. Really that's awesome. What's your special skill?
I play piano, like I said.
That is pretty special.
That's a special skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite composer or music?
I like Tchaikovsky a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. I like Beethoven with his big outros. But I'm not like a classical junkie, but I listen to it all. But I don't. Okay. I'm not like a historian by any means.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. I love the sound.
Have you ever heard of Richard Cheese?
No.
Oh, you got to look him up.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like a lounge piano singer.
Sweet.
Yeah, he's got some wild stuff up.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
You got to check him out. All right. Have you ever been fired?
Once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was actually, again, in the vein of like trust and integrity is what happened. So I was working with a friend of mine, rest in peace. He's gone now. And we were building fences together. And there was the guy who ran the place was sketchy again.
Mm-hmm.
And some things happened over COVID, and he was like, "Oh, we're going to pay you we're going to pay you, instead of you being a contractor, we're going to pay you as staff so that you get the COVID benefits." And I'm like, oh, "Okay, sweet. Yeah. As long as our taxes are all paid."
Mm-hmm.
Years down the road, find out our taxes weren't being paid. So he took the money, kept it. Government went after me. So I had to pay that money.
Jesus.
Yeah. So a friend of mine who is no longer with us, he got really screwed. But so basically what had happened is there was this whole integrity trust thing going wrong in this company. And I basically just stood up and I was like, "Hey, I don't like how these other people are being treated. I don't like the way this is. Like, you're supporting this other guy who's like, screwing us."
Yeah.
And then basically I got fired later that day for kind of saying what I thought.
Yeah, calling them out on their bullshit.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So other than that, I mean, I've had dozens of jobs and never been fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's always that one that's.
Yeah.
Well, we said a lot.
Yeah.
We've talked a lot.
Yeah.
Anything you would like to finish off with?
Yeah. I mean, just be genuine. Tell the truth.
Right.
Share trust. Like, share your positive experiences in the world. It's what we need to do. It's what the world needs.
Right. Especially right now. There's so much bad, negative stuff out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your reviews help. Like, just even a few words, places you go, do that. Help
Yes.
them,
Exactly.
support them, especially local small
Oh
businesses,
my God.
right?
Absolutely.
Starbucks is, franchised or whatever, so them too, but just spread the love, like
Yes.
share your positive experiences. And even if you've had negative ones, reach out and try and get those resolved too. Try and
Hmm.
build integrity and trust in the world, because yeah, we need more.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's so much negativity, and
Yeah.
even in your if you look at your social media feeds
Hmm.
and you see a lot of negativity in there,
Yeah.
put some positive things in the search bar and search.
Yep.
You're not beholden to the algorithm. You can change your feed.
Yep. Yeah. And
That
it changes quickly too.
and the positivity, if yeah, it self feeds itself, right?
Yep.
Like so, and if you've enjoyed your plumber or your electrician or your guy who cleans your driveway, whatever,
Yep.
those leave a review for those
Yes.
people. Take the extra step.
Especially those ones, especially the ones where it's a small business,
Yeah,
or it's someone personally. Like, that goes so far for them and their business. So
exactly.
do that often.
Yes,
Yeah.
and contact A to J Digital
Yes.
and let them help you.
Yeah, we can help. We want to help. And actually, if you're still on this call, you've made it to the point where we're actually going to give away some free stuff. So if you just DM us on Instagram
All
at
right.
A to J Digital, send us a DM, bragging about business.
All
Just
right.
tell us where you heard about us, and we'll send you some free resources on how to get more reviews for you and your business, and how to grow your business online.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. You heard it from the man himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, thanks very much, AJ.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming out here in the snowy day
Yeah.
and sharing your story and promoting the business. And I think you're providing a service that can really help a lot of small businesses grow their client base and be successful. So thank you very much.
You're welcome, Greg.
All
Thanks
right.
for having me.
Of course.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, and we should talk again in a year or so and see how
And
you
see
guys
where
are
we're
doing.
at.
Yeah, when
Love
you're a
to.
dad.
Oh, man. I'm so excited.
Right on.
Purpose,
That's good. Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
right on. Well, thanks, AJ. You again, AJ. And again, follow A to J on Instagram and send them a message with the keyword BNBB, and they will send you the free resources that can help you get your Google game on track. Have a conversation with AJ. It's free. You will come away better for it. A2J.ca. That is ATOJ.ca. Have a great week.